Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show, brought to you by Salvatore's Pizza. Steve Bradley, who are our next guests on the specialties hotline?
Well, we've got the Barleys. We've got Coach Darrell Barley and his son Damani from East High School. They're getting ready to they started practice this week. The defending sectional champions who were left kind of waiting before regionals when COVID hit last year, and had a great opportunity to make a run at the state title. And you know that East is going to be very, very formidable this year.
When are they not? Coach Barley, I've known you a long time. What do you like about this team, and how excited are you that they actually get to take the court next week and play some games?
I'm very happy about what we have coming back. We have 4 starters. We have a transfer in Darren Blocker, who is 6'7", a transfer from McQuaid, very athletic. He could shoot the ball too from the outside. So we just have a tall team. Damani is 6'4", Clinique is 6'2", Kai is 6'3", and Justice Ross Simmons, who was injured for half of the year and missed the sectionals. He's 6'3.5", 6'4" as well. Wow,
that's long. Damani, you're a facilitator, 6'4". You've grown a couple inches, I think, since last year, at least by the way the paper tells me. Were you worried you were going to have a junior season here this year?
I was a little worried because like it was getting late. Like they kept pushing like the season back and stuff, but I always kept hope that we would be able to play.
So Darrell, one thing I've noticed in the last several months is you've been very active on social media, not just promoting your players, but promoting basketball in Rochester and everything. Was that a conscious effort, in what kind of motivated you to do that?
Well, I just think sometimes Rochester is overlooked. We're not the biggest city, but we had a lot of guys playing at a Division I level, Division II level, and good players at Division III level. And I think that it needs to be noticed that we are a city to reckon with, and we have some really good players.
So when you graduated in 1992, Darrell, you were on the AGR team. There were a lot of great players back then. You standout career at Canisius. Who's the best player you've ever played against in your career?
Played against in high school or?
Your life. How about with and against?
Okay, so I would say the best player I ever played with would probably be Raw Higgins.
Yep, he was on that 92 list.
Yep, and he was probably the best player I ever played against as well, as far as high school. College, Grant Hill was probably the best player ever seen in person, that I actually played against. That was my first college game. But it's other guys who did not make the NBA that did have long, European careers. This one kid I was just talking about the other day was Doremus Bennerman from Siena. I think he scored over, 2,500 points, and he was only 6'1". Every time he shot the ball, it didn't touch the net. And then probably the most famous would be Tim Duncan. Wake Forest played against him twice. And, he shot a jump hook. It was like he didn't even jump. He was looking inside the rim.
The days of Coach John Beeline with you in college, right? But let's shift to the young guy sitting next to you here. 6'4", Damani. Who you got offers from Siena and Bryant and so many other colleges interested? What have you been trying to work on over the past few months to try to develop your game? What aspects of your game?
I've been working on strength, conditioning, and I've been working on basically everything.
Who do you like to watch play on television? If there's one guy that you say that's the guy I got to watch play on TV tonight, who is that guy?
Well, definitely LeBron, but college, he injured right now. But James Bouknight from UConn.
LeBron, huh? Changed it all. He can play every position.
Yeah.
Do you defend bigs? Will you defend guys that aren't guards? Will you go defend forwards and stuff?
Yeah, basketball positions sometimes. So if it comes down to it, all good.
All right,
we do this a lot when we've got family members together, and we'll give.
Can you read that sign back there? Family is like chocolate with a few nuts.
That's true.
Yeah, every family's crazy. We know that. But Damani, what's it like playing for Dad?
It's it's hard, but at the same time, like we got a connection, so it's, you know what I'm saying, it's easy sometimes at times.
Coach, same question. What's it like coaching this son?
Well, I think I said it before. I think my eldest son, who's at Buff State now, is not playing basketball, but he probably got it the worst because I was a little younger, so I yelled a little more.
What did you learn? What did you learn from coaching your son before?
Oh, just leave it on the court. Don't bring it home with you, because you don't want your kids not to want to play sports because of the way you're treating them or talking to them. So we I treat my son just like the other guys on the team. There's no favoritism, and I'm probably tougher on my kids than I am on the other guys.
Damani, you guys lose a big player in Zachariah Harris-Scott. How much of the leadership will you have to take over now without him? You averaged 16 points, 9 assists, 2 blocks, but what more will you need to do without him there?
Like he was a dominant player, so like it's a hard loss, but I think we will be able to recover, and I'll just, you know what I'm saying, take that leadership role, help us win another sectional championship.
Damani, since the season wasn't a guarantee, when you and the guys are together, is there more of a sense of appreciation for having just the opportunity, even though it's going to be a sprint instead of a marathon? You're 3 or 4 days into practice now. Is there a deeper sense of appreciation? Because we know you all love basketball.
Yeah, we've really been going at it in practice, so it's been fun, and yeah, we really try to get after it.
Let me give your dad a chance here because you guys are the team to beat. You have 4 starters back from a Section 5 champion. You got a talent like this young man right here. Who else is a contender for this thing, Coach, in your class?
In my class, I think everything has switched. I think Douglas, who we played the championship, have actually moved down. I think Greece Athena has moved down with us. You have North Star, the School of the Arts. Pittsburgh Southern End is always well coached, and it always comes down to, no matter what type of team you have, defense, loose balls, rebounds. You're not going to have your best shooting nights all the time. But if we could, do those 3 things, I think great things will happen for us.
Darrell, you reached your 300th career win last year, a nice milestone. And, not everybody is as old as I am and remembers how good you were in high school. But as a coach, who do you pattern yourself after as a coach? Who are your biggest influences?
Definitely Coach Rizzo was probably one of my favorite coaches. They have Coach Beeline, was a guy who gave me an opportunity. He told me I would start all 3 years, and, he lived up to his word, and I still talk to him today. As well as Coach Treelord. You might not know him, but he actually coached Rob Rose, and he coached myself in the CBA. He did a lot of pick and roll action, kind of introduced me to the program game, and we do a lot of pick and roll here at East High School because of that.
Well, when you got the horses, let them run, right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I go way back. Torrey Jefferson, Nate Brumfield. Boy, you had a couple of good guards too. Who was the kid that just was with UB?
Dante Carruthers, Keon Mitchum.
I was thinking of him too.
Torrance Dyke was a really good player. He could have played Division I, but he played at Damon.
Yeah, just some great talent coming through East High School. And Damani, I know you've already added your name to that list, and I wish you guys the best of luck. Do you know when your opener is yet, Coach?
Next Wednesday at East against Edison.
Nice.
Yep, that'll be a good one.
Ask your dad to tell you about Shamar Johnson sometime. That kid can play too.
Yeah.
Way back when, but I'm just dating myself completely. Guys, thanks for being part of our show. Glad to have you in Section 5 basketball back, and look forward to seeing you on the court real soon.
Thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
East High School basketball right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show, brought to you by Salvatore's Pizza. Before we go to break, I want to tell them about my friends from Seamless Paint. My house where I'm sitting right now, well, you can't see it because it's background, but they painted my house. They treat it like it was their own house. It looks fantastic. If you're looking for a great deal with a great painter, call 671-1930, 671-1930, and tell them you heard about it right here on the radio show. Thanks for listening to the College FERRIS High School Sports Show. Take another break, come back, talk more with you.
Thanks for